Man, do you like podcasts? Well then,
welcome to
No Gimmicks Needed.
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
this is the Nerd Coalition. Enjoy the show. Alright guys, so the way we're going to close this thing out here is we're going to talk about the WrestleMania for AEW. And that is All In. All In was their first pay-per-view that happened back in 2018. And this has been their big stadium show. Where this time they were in Texas for All In. Because usually they be in, Wembley Stadium. But now they were in Arlington, Texas in Globe Life Field, which holds about 40,000 people in that arena. Now, the attendance here, they said they were about north of 27,000 people. That's pretty good for a 40,000 seat stadium. Because it could have been worse. Because I thought I was like, if they could at least get 15,000 people in there, I think that would be kind of good. But they got about 27. If they say north of 27, I'm going to think maybe about 30,000 people in there. That's pretty dope. And once again, I love wrestling, so I'm always going to cheer for wrestling to, be successful. And I'm like, AEW been doing their thing within the past month or so. No, especially after Double or Nothing, they've been doing their thing. And honestly, everybody just wanted to be like, yo, can John Moxley get rid of that fucking title? Please. That's what we came to see, which is the main event, the Texas Death Match. I didn't see another 0 hour. I didn't care about another 0 hour, and because they had two 8-man tag team matches and an FTR tag match. I'm just like, no, I don't care about seeing Big Boom AJ. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care about seeing that or anything like that. So I did not see any of that stuff.
You don't even want to see the Rizzler?
No, I didn't want to see the Rizzler. Damn that Rizzler, creepy ass dude.
You see, they pushed the young one. They washed him in his face.
Yeah. They is insane, man. They is insane, man. I was like, and every time they keep coming back with them. And first of all, stop calling it 0 hour when that should be like 2-3 hours. It ain't 0 hour. I'm gonna say, look, that's the only downfall right now with AEW and these shows, man. It's just like, can y'all please stop going with these long ass shows? But once again, it started at 3 this time, so it wasn't like we was there till midnight. Everybody was getting tired and all that kind of stuff like that. So I give them credit for that. So we kick off AEW All In with the trios match for the AEW World Trios Championships. We have the Ops, which is Shibata, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Samoa Joe, taking on the Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and Gabe Kidd. So, at first, Joe takes a good amount of the abuse. He hits Hobbs with a hot tag. Hobbs goes at Ball of Fire. There was one point in the match where they got Hobbs up in like an electric chair drop, and Wheeler Yuta was about to go and attack him, like so he's about to do like a doomsday device. But Will Hobbs, as he's up on the shoulders, catches Wheeler Yuta and power saves him off the shoulders, which was quite insane. Samoa Joe hits a Muster Buster on Wheeler Yuta, and the crowd popped heavy because Wheeler Yuta gets crazy amount of heat. And the Ops win. But after the matchup, they attack Samoa Joe, and they Pillmanize his neck. They get a chair, and they Pillmanize Samoa Joe's neck. I don't know if Joe's taking some time off. What's going to happen with the trios?
He probably got to go do season 3 of Twisted Metal.
That's right. He is Sweet Tooth, the body. He is, because season 2 is about to come out in August, right?
I don't know when it come out, but I'm assuming. Well, actually, whoa, because I know Anthony Mackie got to do Avengers, so I'm like,
well, Avengers is happening right now. Like they're filming back to back right now.
I know, but I'm saying if Joe's out to film another season, wouldn't Anthony Mackie have to do that too?
Yeah, but I'm saying he would. But I'm saying, but right now, Anthony Mackie probably have some time in between sets to go do that. And then once again, Avengers. You gotta think, Avengers is probably almost done. They recorded back to back, so they're about to probably finish it up in about a month, if that. But neither here nor there. Like I said, and first of all, we don't even know if Twisted Metal going to even get a season 3. So we gotta see how season 2 goes. So we just say we don't know, but yeah, they Pillmanized him afterwards, after the fact. So, but overall, hot opener. I enjoy it. It was a good trios tag team matchup. Way to get the crowd started.
Is Joe in Street Fighter and we don't know about it?
Huh?
Is Joe in Street Fighter and we don't know about it?
He could be, because we already got Cody and Roman in there. Might as well ask him as E Honda or something. Whoa, wouldn't that be crazy? Shit, Samoa Joe is E Honda. That'd be crazy. But anyway, we got the men's casino gauntlet match. So these casino gauntlet matches only happen at All In. This is like their annual match. Remember back in WrestleMania, used to have the Money in the Bank ladder match until they fucked it up and made it a pay-per-view. And then, or it's like NXT Deadline is the only one that has the Iron Survivor Challenge match. Or the Limited Chamber has a Limited Chamber. So this is what their signature All-In match. Because remember, Double Nothing is the Anarchy in the Arena type matchup. So they got the Gauntlet match at All In. Me personally, they need to tighten up the rules on the Gauntlet match a little bit, because right now they had the excuse like, well, any man can come in at any time. I was like, that's fucking stupid. Just make it a minute or 90-second intervals, and also it's one of those things where the match can end by at any time. So it's best to get a number towards the beginning than it is the end. I'm like, stop. Don't do all that. Why don't you just have a Gauntlet match, 10 people, and then once all 10 come in there, the pin can, you can, it will be eligible for a pinfall, and they call it like that. Because all this confusion, it just, it makes everything way too confusing, which it doesn't need to be. So, in the matchup, we have Mark Briscoe as at number 1, MJF number 2, Ricochet at number 3, Bandino at number 4, Takeshita at number 5, Mr. Cole at 6, Josh Alexander at 7, Anthony Bowens at 8, Roderick Strong at 9, Brody King at 10. The return of Juice Robinson, who comes out there clean shaven looking like CJ Parker. For if you know, you know. He's out there, and at this time,
man, he came out there looking like Bo Dallas.
he did kind of look like Bo Dallas. And of course, Q-Flow's boys, the Guns, had to come out and help Juice Robinson. Because,
oh yeah,
I don't know why I like them guys so much.
It's the entrance, man. It's purely the entrance.
It's purely that shit. Cody
Ibushi
was number 12. The Beast Mortos was number 13, and Max Caster,
You mean Mr. Monet?
Mr. Monet. You right.
The Beast Monet.
And Max Caster was the last one at 14. Obviously, he was just there to do his Max Caster bullshit. Say, Max is the greatest wrestler alive, bull crap. Anyway, as the match goes on, Mark Briscoe hits a J Driller on Roderick Strong. He goes to pin him, but MJF throws him out the ring, being the opportunist that he is, pins Roderick Strong, and MJF wins the matchup. So he gets a future AEW World Championship matchup. I really think that if they can prove to do a good storyline right, I think this is going to be a Lashley MJF program, because I think MJF is going to win the title, which is going to cause problems in the Hurt Syndicate, and then we're going to get MJF out of here, and then Bobby Lashley going to win that championship, and I can see MJF and Bobby Lashley going for that championship. Can that be built up the right way and be like an all-in main event next year? Sure. Is AEW capable of doing that? Absolutely not. So, it's going to probably be, I don't know, I don't necessarily know, but I think that's where it's going to probably most likely go. But MJF and the Hurt Syndicate is not really bothering me too much like I thought it was going to do. I think it's actually kind of working with the way the storyline's going. Brian, did you have any thoughts on how they have the Gauntlet match at All In?
I don't have no thoughts on it. I'm kind of glad MJF won, because he was the only one that was there to win. So he's the only one that made sense. So, but I can see him actually winning the belt, and then try to be like, I'm the leader now because I got the big belt and y'all don't. Yeah. So I can see that being some conflict too in the Hurt Syndicate.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I think it's going to cause some conflict and dissension, and then that's where we're going to get Bobby and MJF going at it. Next up, we have... So what happened was, it was supposed to be a one-on-one match between Adam Cole and Kyle Fletcher for the TNT Championship. Something happened to Adam Cole. I don't know what happened. Maybe y'all got more updates than I do because y'all social media. But he's not clear to compete. He comes out and he has a little speech. He actually has tears in his eyes. And I'm like, are we getting a Mark Henry turn? But no, he's really hurt about something. and Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong are out there, and they all hug together, and they look upset, and they do like one last Adam Cole baby, and he's like, he really wants to be able to come back. It's like a see you later thing. He doesn't know he's going to be able to come back. Here's my thing. Adam Cole, since joining AEW, he has been very unlucky when it comes to injuries. Very unlucky. And he's been spending like a lot of time out the ring, and it really sucks. But the way that him and Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly was crying in the ring, I'm praying to God. I'm being dead serious, y'all. I'm not even being like joking. I hope it's not nothing like cancer or something like that. Because I'm like, I hope it ain't nothing one of those diseases where it's like you really can't control it. I'm just thinking like, maybe, but I don't know what the extent.
I think they said it was like a bad concussion or something.
You said a bad concussion?
I think so.
Because Adam Cole already said he can't get no more concussions because this is going to be terrible. But right now, it could be something that could really jeopardize his career to the point where it's like, I got to come back and retire at this young age. And that's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. So what they decided to do was have a fatal 4-way for the TNT Championship, and they brought out Daniel Garcia, Kyle Fletcher, Sammy Guevara, and Dustin Rhodes. I was like, Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rhodes? Well, Dustin Rhodes came out there in like the whole Dustin with the Texas and the cowboy hat and the cowbell and all something. He came out there full Texas, the flag and all that stuff. I was like, well, he got a good ovation for that. And Kyle Fletcher in the corner gets 3 unnatural kicks from all members of the people in the 4-way. There was a Dragon Tamer by Daniel Garcia onto Dustin Rhodes. At one point, Dustin Rhodes rolls him up, and believe it or not, Dustin Rhodes wins the TNT Championship. You could tell this was only meant to give Dustin Rhodes that moment because we're in Texas. Because everybody was like, Kyle Fletcher's the next in line to get the championship. And you never know. You could probably watch on Dynamite. Like, remember they gave Zack Ryder that moment at WrestleMania 32 and won that ladder match? It was like, oh, that was great. Next night, lost it. So it was like, well, I
You chose the right time to bring up Zack Ryder.
Yeah, hey, look. Because he knows. He knows. It was like, it gave him a feel-good moment because, you've done a lot for us, and we're in Texas, and it gave, so they gave Dustin that moment. They even had Devon Eriks come out there. Von Eriks and all his nieces, his nephews and stuff. So they celebrated with him.
Forget that they're Rick and Vernon tag team.
You said, look at that what?
Some people want them to forget that they are a Ring of Honor trio champions.
Exactly. Because I keep forgetting Sammy Guevara was on Ring of Honor. Like, where the hell he been at? So obviously,
no. By the way, this is Dustin 3 belts.
We not keeping account on Dustin because I'm telling you, if not Dynamite this week, I would say in the next 2 weeks, Kyle Fletcher's getting that championship.
This is Dustin 3 belts.
Here you go.
We keep on for Monet. Why we can't keep on for Dustin?
Because it's that next. We ain't doing this with you, Prime.
Yeah, because they don't count. I mean,
Ain't doing this with you, Prime. Next up, we got Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland taking on the Young Bucks. It's the EV. If Swerve and Ospreay win, the Bucks no longer EVPs on screen. Let's put it that way. And if the Bucks win, Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay cannot challenge for the championship for up to 1 year. So Ospreay had this Assassin's Creed type entrance, and it looked pretty cool. I'm not a big player of Assassin's Creed. I know Q4 probably plays Assassin's Creed more than I do. So if he saw the pictures, he would know. Let's see how accurate he was.
Yeah, I didn't see any entrances.
Oh, well, I'm gonna tell you, the ladies killed it when it came to the entrances. I'm gonna tell you that the ladies killed it. They really killed it with entrances this year. And Kenny Omega had a good one also. So, but this one Assassin's Creed entrance on. Meanwhile, Swerve Strickland brought back JoJo. Bray Wyatt's wife, JoJo, came out there and she was there to sing "Ain't Nobody" by Shaka Khan to bring out Swerve Strickland. And everybody made me think even my wife was like, why is she singing that song? Because back in the Indies, Swerve used to come out to "Ain't Nobody" in his indie run. So, Swerve's going to do a special entrance. And he had JoJo, and then she had
I'm not gonna lie though.
Go ahead.
No offense to JoJo, but Tony Khan got the money. He could have just flew out Shaka Khan. If you're being honest,
you rather see the actual Shaka Khan right now in this stage go to sing that part of the song.
I didn't say over JoJo. I'm just saying if you're gonna pay for the song, because you had to pay for that. All I'm saying is if you're gonna pay for the song, you might as well pay for the actual person. That's like you know. You gonna pay that's like paying somebody else to sing the final countdown for Bryan Danielson when they can just get the group that sing it.
No, I'd rather have JoJo sing the song, even if he paid for it or not, than Shaka Khan. Hey, this ain't respect because Shaka Khan is an icon, but the thing is, Shaka Khan been on some drug problems, and we seen Shaka Khan sing live recently to the point where it's like, no. It was cool to see JoJo. She had the little golden fireflies in the back. I think they turned into Bray Wyatt's logo. I'm not really necessarily sure, but it was just good to see her. I get what you're saying, Prime. I really get what you're saying, but I was just like, I'd rather not. Young Bucks come out there like the founding fathers. They come out there like on a ship that's on a cherry picker. They're dressed in like the colonial wear like George Washington. They're the founding fathers of AEW, which they are. So they had that. They had their elaborate entrance. And once again, this was a Young Bucks matchup that you're going to see with a lot of fast-pacing, no-selling type of moves. There was this one back and forth of sequence of moves where it was like they were fighting. They were bouncing off, they were super kicking each other, and then they both hit, like the Young Bucks both hit destroyers on Swerve and Ospreay, and they, fighting spirit out of it and gave them both house calls, and then duo styles clashes, and they both kicked out. I was like, that's a lot. But, it was still a highlight of the thing. Then Prince Nana gets super kicked on the outside. Swerve gets a TK driver on the apron, off the apron. Then Ospreay gets all the moves, and then gets EVP triggered to Ospreay, but Swerve saves him. And then Ospreay accidentally attacks Swerve. Poison Rhino him another EVP trigger, but Ospreay kicks out at 2. Then a TK driver, and he kicks out at 2. I was like, at this point, like that's one of the problems with Young Bucks matches. They just want to keep kicking out at all the shit. But then Swerve comes back in and they hit a double tombstone. Then Matt Jackson in the ring by himself, and he gets a combination house call hidden blade combo, which is actually kind of cool. And Swerve and Ospreay win the matchup, so the Young Bucks are no longer on TV, the EVPs. Do you really think it's going to make a difference? Probably not. But do you think...
Say it one more time, the last part?
I said, do you think it's really going to make a difference? To be honest with you, it's probably not.
No, it's not. Especially when you say the fans are the EVPs, yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to... It doesn't matter. Next up, so they had one for the men, they're going to have one for the women, which means that it's time for All In to go 2 night. I've been saying y'all could buy All In and All Out, and that'd be y'all 2 night WrestleMania. All In on Saturday, All Out on Sunday. Because we got another Women's Casino Gauntlet match. And in this matchup, we had coming number 1, Chris Statlander, number 2, Megan Bain, number 3, Willow Nightingale, number 4, Ty Mello, number 5, Takia. How you pronounce it, Prime? It's Thekla. Tekla, yeah.
No, Thekla.
Okay, yeah. Julia Hart. At this point, after Julia Hart comes out, Sky Blue kind of like interferes and starts attacking people, and I'm just like, why? And then Queen Abinata comes out, but then at this point, they get Julia Hart and Tekla do like double spiral suplexes and they stare each other in the corner. Then Mina Sakamura comes out. She puts Sky Blue in the figure 4, and Sky Blue's tapping out, and she thought she won because she thought Sky Blue was in the match, and the match can end once somebody taps out, but they was like Sky Blue's not in the match. I was like, okay, that's probably why Sky Blue was out, so they can give that kind of like that little false finish type thing. Number 9 was my girl Athena. Thank Lord Athena was in Texas. Number 10, Thunder Rosa. Number 11, Shiri. Who was his prime? Syuri. Syuri.
One more time.
Syuri.
That one I don't know.
She's one of them. I think she came from Japan also. Where is my Japanese translator?
You think so?
Oh, he's not here right now. Okay.
You think so?
Huh?
You say you think she came from Japan? You think so?
Okay, I'm talking about the wrestling. Yeah, the
Okay.
yeah, Alexa Windsor was number 12. Chris at one point power bombs Megan Bain onto all the ladies on the outside. Athena hits the old face to Mina, and Athena wins the shot for AEW World Championship. Thank God. Get her out of Ring. She did everything at Ring of Honor she needed to do. She's been
Ring of Honor champ for like 900 days.
Like literally, like the forever champion. And she just been there. I'm like, can we get her on AEW television? That's where she needs to be at. And I was already mad. I thought it should have been her versus Mercedes at All In. But they at least gave Athena a big win here. And she gonna come after that title. And she need to win the title. I'm not saying it needs to be soon, but I'm just saying, but her probably against Toni Storm will be a good one. So she wins the matchup, and I'm happy for that. AEW Tag Team Championships, the Hurt Syndicate versus Jet Speed versus the Patriarchy. This match is more so for the angle than it was for what happened in the match. But however, was that West Side Gun that was rapping the Hurt Syndicate down to the ring?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, what was he out there by himself, Q, or did he have somebody else out there? I remember seeing, I was like, is that West Side Gun?
I know that was West Side. I don't know. I don't think he had the whole squad with him. That might have been like the level 2 Griselda Bulls, Stove, and I can't think of the one guy's name. It's on the tip of my tongue, but yeah, no, he wasn't out there dolo. He was with the guys.
He's with the guy. Okay, yeah, okay. I was making sure. I was like, y'all know y'all rappers better than I do. I was like, but is that before I said say something stupid? Was that West Side Gun out there? So FTR will commentate for this matchup. At one point, Kip Sabian tries to interfere, but Sheldon gives him a kick. Bobby gives Mike Bailey a huge Ron Simmons spy buster and gives him a German suplex over the top rope onto the people down below. That was actually kind of cool. But the fast forward here, like I said, it wasn't much about the match. Bobby Lashley hits a spear on Christian, and they win. After the matchup, though, this is when the big stuff starts. Nick Wayne turns on Christian. He turned on his daddy. That's your father, Nick Wayne. They hold him up. And he hits him with a kill switch. He hits Christian with a kill switch. And he holds him up. Mother Wayne gets some slaps in there. And then they go out to get a chair. They're about to give Christian a concerto. And then all of a sudden you hear, you think you know him. And here comes Adam Copeland. Here comes Edge. It's not Cope. I don't care. I don't want to call him no
rated R Cope.
That's stupid. But hold on. Just like y'all said with Penta last month. Edge had to get his shit in. As Christian's sitting there and they hold a chair, he has to go to the one end, give it to me, y'all. And he goes to the other side, give it to me. Then he got to walk down and do the fireworks all while he got Spike in his hand. For those who don't know Spike is the 2x4 with the nail sticking out of it. So Adam Copeland comes in there and gives the double hug takedown to FTR, because that's what it is. It's not a spear. But then he does spear Kip Sabian, who sells it a little bit better. And then he takes Spike and hits the chair out of Nick Wayne's hands, and they all retreat. So they haven't fully made up yet. Him and Christian haven't. But you can tell that they're probably going to team up to probably take on FTR, and that's probably going to be an all-out match. Probably that's the next biggest show. So, how y'all feel about Adam Copeland coming back, Prime? How you feel about it?
No, let's see him break his legs again. I'm good.
So did they officially stop calling him Cope, or we just call him Adam Copeland or Edge because we don't give a fuck?
I think they just started calling him Cope. Like his official name is Cope.
And his mama named him Edge. I'm calling him Edge.
I mean, technically his mama named him Adam.
I knew Pops was gonna say something.
Vince named him Edge.
I knew Pops was gonna say something though. I knew Pops was gonna say something.
Yeah, I got to.
He got to. That's what it's gonna be. Next up is what I thought one of the matches of the night here, because they had a great match, and that was Timeless Toni Storm taking on Mercedes Moné for the AEW Women's World Championship. So this is what I was talking about, Q-Flow, when I said that you ain't seen none of the entrances. Let me tell you something right now. These women out there killed it. So Mercedes Moné had the Texas Rangers cheerleaders, and the 6 of them in the front were each holding one of her belts, because she got 6 belts already. Then she comes out in this long, I don't know if it was
them
a
belts don't matter though, right?
What'd you say?
The belts don't matter though, right?
What about the Matador?
The belts don't matter.
Oh, I know they matter, but you already know. This dumb wearing the belts was dope. Then she comes out in this long car. I don't know if it's a Cadillac or not. And then she has this fur coat on with a long train behind her on the coat. And the thing is, it has all the names of all the women that she beat it when she came to AEW. I thought that was fly. I thought it was fly. So, but not to be outdone, Toni Storm comes out and she has like this black noir type of theme. Like if you can think about like one of them old detective movies, or like Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse with black noir or Spider Noir. That type look to it. Had the spotlight, had the top hat and the cane out there with Luther out there. I thought it all in black and white, and then in red, and it was like a little mini movie happening, and Toni Storm was narrating her own movie to the point where she don't even know if she's going to be able to beat Mercedes Moné, because she's Mercedes 6 belts, and she has not lost. People don't really understand this. She has not lost yet. She's been AEW for a while, and Mercedes has not lost yet. So, long time coming, right? So, I thought that was fine. Mercedes hits a meteor on Luther as he was holding Toni Storm, and they fall down. Then Mercedes Moné works on the arms of. Make sure I get it right. Mercedes works on Toni Storm's arm, but then Toni hits a hip attack in the corner and a Storm 0 for 2. Then, as the match goes on, Mercedes Moné gives Toni Storm a kiss, but you already know when Toni Storm gets kisses from these women, she gets more motivated, like when Stone Cold drinks more beer. So it makes her stronger. Then Toni Storm hits like 3 back-to-back, like don't even really lets Mercedes up. 3 Storm Zeros back-to-back in a row. Mercedes still kicks out. She gets to the top rope. She gives Mercedes a kiss. And then she gives a Storm 0 from the middle rope. And then 1, 2, 3. Toni Storm retains the Women's Championship. And Mercedes Moné gets her first loss. First loss in AEW. And you know what? As much as I would have liked to see, Athena and then Mercedes get their match, and then her and Jimmy Hare do another thing, I still feel as though that this was a really great match. It was a great match between them, and having Toni Storm win, so it gives Mercedes her first loss. So now she can probably, in my opinion, start dropping some of them belts. So,
I mean, yeah, I can see that. Drop all of them.
What'd you say?
You drop all of them.
You drop all. I mean, well, I think the TNT one's probably the one she's gonna drop next. You think?
Nah, I think that's the last one she keeps.
And
she drops the other ones.
Okay. Then we got. What do we got here? The next one we got is Okada, who is the Continental Champion, taking on Kenny Omega, who's the International Champion. It's the winner take all to unify the AEW Continental Championship and International Championship to create the inaugural Unified Championship. Because why not? For somebody like Prime, I already know, because he said it. Out of all the matches that Okada and Omega had, not in the States, like they had them in Japan, this is their first matchup in the States. And I have to say, I thought the match was really good. but it wasn't their best one. It wasn't their best. It don't top that first one for me, or even that second one.
No, it don't top any of them, especially when they keep playing with the Kenny got diverticulitis every 5 minutes. So every punch he take, it's like, oh, did he hit him in the diverticulitis? Like,
no, I agree. I mean, they still had some good stuff in the matchup, and they did do some things that I like. It hit all the spots that they did. Even at one point, Okada gave a spike DDT to Kenny Omega on the announce table, and there was points where that the referee was getting taken out. Don Callis was trying to cheat, and then we had Aubrey Edwards had to run down and referee the match. Even Don Callis tried to pull her leg out, but after a couple, I forgot how many rainmakers that Okada hit in this matchup. But Okada hits the rainmaker, the last final rainmaker, and Kenny Omega gets pinned, and Okada is now your new unified champion. Makes sense. I didn't think it would be Kenny Omega that's going to win it. But, oh, shit, I forgot to even mention that Kenny Omega had, all the druids, and he came out through this Omega symbol that was lit on fire. That was a fire entrance as well. I forgot I even got to mention that. My apologies for not even mentioning that one.
Yeah, the match is okay. Not their best for sure, but I just couldn't get behind it because it's for the unified championship. That just sucked all the air out of the room.
Yeah, well, I agree because the name straight fucking sucks. I agree with you on that one. The name does suck. It's time for the main event. It's time for the Texas Death Match between Jon Moxley and Hangman Page. My biggest thing is I've been wanting Jon Moxley to lose this fucking title for the longest. I was at Dynasty live, and I was like, "Can y'all please lose this? Let Swerve win that championship," and they didn't even do it. But now I was like, "Well, they're gonna wait for Darby to come down the mountain." He made the time out of it. He had to come back down because coming back down was even more dangerous. So I was just like, "Okay, well, let's hope he makes it back down." But he wasn't gonna make it in time for All In, obviously. But then we went with Hangman because he has a Texas representation because once again, Primary told me he ain't from Texas, but he got the whole cowboy gimmick to him. Out of all this being your WrestleMania stuff like that, he came out to his old theme, and I know the crowd popped for that, but I really thought he was gonna come up in like a horse or something like that. They had enough space on that stage for him to come out to something big like that. And like a WrestleMania type entrance, but he did kind of his old song with a lot of pyro and stuff like that. So I appreciate that. There was this one thing where he has Moxley in like a triangle choke, and he has, I don't know if it's a knife, scissors, or whatever the case is, but he's stabbing Moxley in the head, and you just see the blood just coming up and starting to just gush out Moxley's head. It was quite disturbing to watch, because you already know Texas Deathmatch. These guys are going to go in here and literally fucking kill each other. They had the barbed wire. Moxley takes the barbed wire and wraps it around Hangman's face, and that's how Hangman starts to bleed. So you already know. It was like it's about to get rough. They get the bag of the shard glass pieces, and he drags Hangman's back along them shard glass pieces. Will Ospreay tries to come out to help out Hangman, but he gets pulmonized by the Death Risers out there as well. Then they have these two tables that's on the outside wrapped in barbed wire that Moxley superplexes Hangman through both of them tables on the outside. And he gives him like a what's the name of his finish again? Is it the Death Rider? I guess that's the name of his finish, like to an open chair to Hangman. So when Claudio Castagnoli is about to give him the plastic bag, all of a sudden we see up on the screen, we see a guy with all like the coat and the glasses and his mask on, and it's Darby Allin. Like the man grew a beard out there, and he said, "Jon Moxley, I'm coming back down the mountain to stop your reign of terror." And literally, Darby Allin comes literally flying in from the top of of the building down to distract Moxley. But before that happens, a masked wrestler comes in there, and it's Bryan Danielson, who comes and gives a Busaiku knee to Wheeler Yuta. Then Darby Allin comes down. He comes and gives a coffin drop to all the Death Riders on the outside of the ring. Meanwhile, Marina Shafir and Jon Moxley get the bit of nails out. Like they love this. They love this bit of nails thing. They put that in the ring, and the Young Bucks come out and they give a EVP trigger to Hangman. Then Moxley gives a double arm DDT to Hangman on the spikes in the corner. And then as he's asking for the Suitcase Championship, Marina Shafir goes out there to get it, but Prince Nana handcuffs her, so she's locked to the timekeeper's area with the belt. Then Swerve comes out with a chain and takes out the Young Bucks, and he just stares down Hangman Page. And we know what their rivalry is like, and he was just like, he tossed him the chain like to use it. He hits Jon Moxley with the chain. He tries to go and chokes him, but Jon Moxley gets out of it. But then when he doesn't realize Jon Moxley is right there by the bit of spikes, he gives him the buckshot lariat right on the bit of spikes. That like it hurt. Then he goes and chokes Jon Moxley with the chain over the ropes. Jon Moxley taps out, and Adam Page, Hangman Adam Page, is your new AEW World Heavyweight Champion. About fucking time.
Definitely took him a while. Definitely took him a while to get it out that briefcase too.
You right. First of all, I think it still got like Bryan Danielson's name on it, because
yes, it does. I mean, he ain't touch it.
He ain't touch it. It's been locked in that suitcase for like literally almost a year. And it's like, but you know what? That shit is finally over. And this was supposed to be like their version of the end game when you had all these people coming out there and but they still found a way to outsmart the Death Riders. The Swerve and Hangman thing to me was the best thing. And having him get the buckshot lariat on that bit of nails was crazy. It was a death match. What did we expect? You knew it was gonna be bloody. We knew it was gonna be violent. But I'm just happy that damn title is off Jon Moxley. He can go off and take a break, and we can get a good AEW reset here. Where Darby Allin fits in all this, and when it comes to championships, I don't know. But you know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. I said a lot of things about him climbing Mount Everest. I'm glad Darby Allin's back. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm glad he back. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I'm glad Darby is back.
I mean, I'm glad he's back too, but you need to relax your legs. You've been on them for a little minute, ain't you?
I was gonna say, like, is he in full shape enough to come back? Because him just giving that coffin drop to them on the outside was crazy. But overall, that was AEW All In Texas. I thought it was a great show. I thought that and Evolution were the best shows of the weekend. In my personal
I agree.
Those are the best shows of the weekend. And even though we tried to be petty with them, AEW kept going and they did their thing.